Hello everyone. Now I think we had leave last videos discussion or revision up to power of matrix. So from where we have to start? No, we have to start from the spatial matrix. Now my first topic will be spatial matrix, and second topic regarding transpose of matrix, trace of matrix, submatrix, elementary door transformation and operation on it. Okay. Now, on further moving, we are going to discuss about what are the system of linear equation, what are the various types of system of linear equation, and how they are going to be solved. Now, so our third topic will be this one, and after that, we are going to revise about properties of determinant. Yes, and this will be our fourth topic, and lastly we have to revised about what exactly vector space is. Okay, so 5 is this one. So now we have to start with very basic what is spatial matrix. Okay, already we had seen that there are lots of types of matrix is there, but apart from that we have almost all five extra matrix types of matrix is also there. And what exactly actually we had learned about how two matrix is going to be multiplied. Now on further moving, if we are going to talk about what exactly what are the different types of matrices there. Now begin. So we have to remove first of all. Okay. So what is nilpotent matrix? Or there are five types of almost all 1, 2, 3, 4. Now four types of spatial matrix. Is there? Now from start, what is nilpotent? Okay, if we are going to talk about nilpotent matrix, then it is nothing. It is also a matrix, but when a matrix becomes nilpotent, no, the basic thing is that. Now, if we are going to find the value of a raised to the power n, where a is any matrix, and if we are going to find the power of n, and if it is equal to let's suppose 0, a raised to the power n is equal to 0. On the other hand, but a raised to the power n minus 1 does not is equal to 0. Okay, for that type of matrix we can say that this A matrix is known as nilpotent. Okay, well, so where here what is n? The terminology n is used here is index. Okay, now on further moving, we are going to talk about how we are going to find n. So if we are going to take the example of a cube, you can see over here that if there is a example of something that is related to a cube. Okay, now if we are going to find as we had already calculated that a raised to the power 4 is equal to 0, but a cube is not equal to 0, then index value is 4, and this type of matrix is known as nilpotent matrix. Okay, after that we have idempotent matrix. So what does it mean? Okay, so on further moving, we have to erase it first of all. Okay, now second is idempotent. So what does it mean actually? Okay, it is also a matrix having, if we are going to square any matrix, then it comes out to the same. कहने का मतलब ये हो गया कि मैं किसी भी मैट्रिक्स का स्क्वायर करूं और अगर वही मैट्रिक्स मेरा आ जा रहा है तो मैं उस टाइप का मैट्रिक्स को कहूंगा nilpotent मैट्रिक्स है, सॉरी idempotent मैट्रिक्स है. nilpotent तो मैंने देख लिया a raised to the power n is equal to 0 हो, लेकिन a raised to the power n minus 1 is does not डज नॉट इज इक्वल टू 0 हो तो अपन यहाँ पे n को इंडेक्स बोलते हैं, और इस तरीके का मैट्रिक्स जो इस तरीके का रूल को फॉलो करेगा तो मैं उसे बोलूँगा क्या है, वो इंपॉर्टेंट मैट्रिक्स है। नो व्हाट इज इनवॉलंटरी मैट्रिक्स, अगर देखो नो। अब तीसरा बात करते हैं कि इनवॉलंटरी मैट्रिक्स है क्या, तो चलिए हम लोग इसके बारे में बात करते हैं। इनवॉलंटरी मैट्रिक्स क्या है, तो ये भी कुछ नहीं है, बस ये भी एक तरह का मैट्रिक्स है जिसमें कि अपन ये डिसाइड करेंगे कि कैसे होगा। लेट सपोज कोई भी मैट्रिक्स, मेरा एक कोई मैट्रिक्स है, ठीक, मैंने इसका स्क्वायर करा, ठीक, अगर ये आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स के बराबर आ जाता है तो अपन इस तरीके के मैट्रिक्स को क्या बोलेंगे, इनवॉलंटरी मैट्रिक्स है। चलिए गुड इनफ। नाउ ऑन फर्दर मूविंग, सो ये आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स कुछ इस तरीके का दिखता है, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, बस उसका मेन डायगोनल एलिमेंट में ही 1% होता है। ओके, सो ऑन मूविंग फर्दर we have to think about it. So the last one is the periodic matrix. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that every functions get repeated at a certain interval of time. So if any matrix is there, if they are going to be repeated itself after a certain level, then we can say that yes, this is a periodic. But how can we judge them? They belong to the periodic group or not? Okay, for that we have to understand. Let's suppose if there is any matrix A. Now, if we are going to find the value of A raised to the power m plus 1, what is m plus 1? M plus 1 is nothing. It is another p, any variable, any p variable, that is equal to m plus 1. Okay, so if we are going to find the m plus 1, m a raised to the power m plus 1, then if it is becomes equal to A, then we can say that yes, this is our periodic matrix. So let's suppose instead of m plus 1, if we are going to find the a raised to the power m plus if we are going to find the a raised to the power p, and it becomes a, then how this p we have to write here in the form of this. So we have to write in the form of this is a raised to the power p minus 1 plus of 1. What does it mean? It is somehow related to m. Okay, from here we can where we can find the value of m, where m is an integer value. Well, so as we had discussed, okay, this much of the thing is there. Now on further moving, we are going to think about what next is there. So transpose of matrix is the next topic. So well, what does it mean, transpose? Transpose is nothing, it is just a way of proceeding the matrix. Okay, it means that if we are going to make transpose of any matrix, then their row will be converted to column and their column will be converted to row. It means that every column get converted into row and every row get converted into column. So we can take example one here so that it can be very clear. Let's suppose if there is any matrix A is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, well, it transpose is nothing but a row matrix will convert it to column 1 2 3 4. This also becomes converted to column matrix. Okay, this much things is there. Okay, now we had discussed, we had revised it, what exactly. Now what are the various types of various properties of transpose? Okay, so we have to think about it. Okay, so properties, there are 4 types of properties. A plus b whole raised to the power transpose is equal to A raised to the power transpose plus B raised to the power transpose. It means that we can split in them. And second A raised to the power transpose whole transpose is equal to A. And third one, K A raised to the power transpose is nothing but K into A raised to the power transpose. And the fourth one, what is fourth one? A into B raised to the A is equal to B transpose into A transpose, and this is also known as reversal law. Reversal law. Okay. Well, moving further, we have these types, all these force properties. So in examination, any of these are going to be asked. So what does it mean, equality? How we are going to prove? I'm not here to going to prove it, but I am just want to give you idea that how all these things are going to be proved. Well, when two matrices get equal, the basic thing is that if we consider A plus B whole raised to the power whole transpose is split split and divided into A transpose plus B transpose, then both are becomes matrix, because we know that A plus B to the power transpose is also a matrix, and A transpose plus B transpose is also a matrix. So in LHS side, and if LHS size is equal to RHS side, LHS size also a matrix. Well, RHS size also a matrix. Well, so when two matrix becomes equal, question arises here. When two matrix becomes equal, if their size is same. So what is the meaning of size here? Order. If it is order n cross m, then they must have to order n cross m. Okay. The first condition is this, and the second condition will be the corresponding element will be same. The corresponding element will be same. So this must things. So by taking these two assumptions, we can prove all these force properties here, and maybe this will be important for of us. Okay, on moving further, there is a term or topic named as trace of matrix. So trace of matrix is not a rocket science. It is also a very small topic, or we can say that a very small thing. So here we can think about what is trace of matrix. Trace of matrix is nothing but the sum of main diagonal element. Let's suppose if we consider a matrix that is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then what is the trace of matrix A? Trace of matrix A is nothing but sum of main diagonal element 1 plus 5 plus 9, that is equal to 15. So what is main diagonal? Main diagonal is nothing but this is the main diagonal element. Well, hopefully we had revised it in a proper manner. So what is submatrix? So on moving further, we have a next topic like submatrix. So what exactly is submatrix? Is nothing but it is also a matrix, but some rows and columns becomes related. It means we can say that if we had considered some matrix, let's suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to take same example always because it seems like easy. That's why nothing important here. So what is submatrix? Submatrix is nothing but if we are going to delete this much of thing, then this part of matrix is a submatrix of this matrix. Let's suppose this is a matrix, then this part of matrix will be the submatrix of the A. You can interrelate this topic from subset. Yes, if we are if we are having a set A, then a small part of this set is subset of A. Okay, this is type of submatrix. Well, elementary row operation. So almost all we had till now everything is covered in our 12th standard. So not to worry about it, not to bother about it. If any important thing comes, then I think we should go for detail. Okay, so here elementary row operation is there. So what is elementary row operation? Okay, so interchange in two row or column. What does it mean? If we are going to interchange any two or column, it doesn't any it does not give any effect to the matrix. So first we have to think that if R1 is any row and R2 is any row, then if we are going to interchange in between them there, then what will be the effect? Nothing. There will be nothing going to be happen with matrix. So no effect will create it. No effect. Sorry. Will be created. Okay, good. So what next? So the multiplication of any row or column by a non-zero number of scalar. It means that if we are going to multiply by any row or any column, let's suppose if R1 is any row, then I want to multiply with R some constant k with R1, but it should be in a proper manner. How we can decide this k? This is the multiplication term. Let's suppose if we are going to k times R1 plus p times R2. Okay, so we can have to add anything. So this is the generalized case.